This is how to pick out the best brisket. Hi, I'm from a barbecue food trailer here in Texas. We've been selling and creating our famous Texas barbecue all over Texas for over 4 years. I'm going to teach you exactly what to look for when buying brisket so that you can impress your friends and family with your newfound knowledge. First, let's talk about shopping. Where do you shop for brisket? You can find brisket at most grocery stores, but they usually don't have the best selection or quality. Your local butcher shop is another great option for finding high-quality brisket. But if you really want the best of the best, head to a specialty meat market. They'll have the largest selection and highest quality. Now, no matter where you shop, always ask the person helping you where the brisket is from and how it was raised. If possible, try to buy local. Buying local helps support your community and you usually get a better quality product. And if you're like me, you can ask them questions and they can tell you all about the history of that animal. I'll tell you right now, this brisket is going to be amazing. This one came from a cow that was a grand champion at a major livestock show. Next, let's talk about price. Price is always a big factor when deciding on which cut of meat to buy. However, when it comes to brisket, you get what you pay for. A good quality brisket will cost around $6 to $8 per pound. If it's less than $6, there's a reason for it. Either the quality isn't that great or it's not a very good cut. On the other hand, if it's more than $8, it may be worth it, but it's probably not twice as good as the $6 to $8 brisket. Keep in mind, the bigger the brisket, the cheaper it's going to be per pound. So if you're feeding a crowd, buy a big one. It's also a lot cheaper to buy a whole brisket and cut it up yourself rather than buying pre-cut. Now let's talk about cut. The 3 main parts of the brisket are the point, the flat, and the whole packer. The point is the fattiest part of the brisket, and it has a lot of connective tissue. This makes it very flavorful and tender, but it can also be a little tough. The flat is the leanest part of the brisket, and it's very tender. It doesn't have as much flavor as the point, but it's still delicious. The whole packer brisket includes both the point and the flat, and it's the most popular cut. It's a good idea to buy a whole packer brisket if you're going to be smoking or barbecuing it. That way you get both the flavor and the tenderness. If you're going to be braising or stewing it, then you can buy just the point or flat. Now that we've talked about the basics, let's go into a little more detail on what to look for when choosing a brisket. First, look for a brisket that has a lot of marbling. Marbling is the white streaks of fat that you see throughout the meat. This is what's going to keep the brisket wall-to-wall medium rare. You want to avoid a brisket that has too much or too little marbling. If it has too little marbling, it's going to be dry. If it has too much marbling, it's going to be greasy. Another thing you want to look for is the color. You want a nice bright red color. If it's brown or gray, it's not fresh. Finally, you want to make sure that the brisket is trimmed and tied. It should look like this. If it's not tied, you can tie it yourself. Just make sure that you remove any excess fat and silver skin before tying it. Now that you know how to pick out the best brisket, you need to learn how to cook it. I've got some great recipes on this channel to get you started, so give them a try and let me know how it turns out. Also, if you like this video, please subscribe, because every week we're posting new videos with helpful tips and delicious recipes. Thanks for watching.